Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living in Eugene. I'm Reverend Donna Starr. Really grateful to be here this morning and to see so many people here for our 10 a.m. meditation. Please join us in this meditation. If you're at home, make yourself comfortable. Stay to join us at 10:30 for our service. Today is Practitioner Sunday, as it is the 5th Sunday of the month, and your service today will be presented by the practitioners. Yeah. I'm going to lead us today in a little guided meditation. I'm going to begin by ringing Reverend Linda Finley's bowl. Beautiful brass bowl, weighs about 10 pounds, it feels like. Right? And then just as you hear the tone, just allow yourself to settle into your seat, or if you're at home, if you're lying down or in a chair or on your couch, in the bed, wherever you're at, just find that safe place, that comfortable place where you know that you're supported. At the end of the meditation, I will ring the bowl again so that you can follow that sound back into the here and now. Let's begin. As you feel your breath entering into your body, breathing in love, feeling your breath enter in and fill your lungs, breathing out love. Imagine that breath that's entering is entering not through your nostrils, but through your third eye, right between your eyebrows. Breathe in. And breathe out. And as you breathe in, you're aware that what you're breathing in is not just air. But it is life. It is that life that surrounds and fills all of space. It is that life that you are. And as you breathe that air and that life deep into your body, you allow it to fill your entire physical form. And you become aware of your feet on the floor. You become aware that you are connected to the earth. And you can push that light, that life, that air down through the bottoms of your feet, down into the floor, down through the ground, down past the soil, down deeper, past the rocks, and deeper still past that underground water that exists, past the roots, to that liquid, hot, molten center, all the way down to that heavy metal core that is the very center, the very heart of our earth. And this life light that is entering your body through your third eye is filling that space between your feet and the center of the earth, and enwrapping the center of the earth in that light. And you are grounded and connected and forever anchored into that center. Feel that connection. That energy that is so ancient of our Mother Earth, forever giving life. You can draw that energy from Mother Earth up through that river of light that you've created, back through the bottoms of your feet, up past your knees, down through that space between your hip bones, up into your belly. Feel it filling your heart space with that beautiful earth energy, that groundedness, that solidness, that dependableness. Maybe there's a color that you associate with that deep earth, brown tone, green, blue, life. And allow that color to fill your heart space. And as you fill your heart space with the blending of the light that you're bringing in through your third eye, with the blending of the energy and color and life that you're drawing up from Mother Earth, it swirls together there in your heart space. And you can bring that light, that energy up into your head, past your third eye, and right to the very top of your skull, your head, that place that used to be a little soft spot when you were a baby, your crown chakra. And allow that new light, that new energy, that blended color to lift up from your crown chakra, up past the next chakra that actually exists up there, up through the roof, up past the trees, up past the clouds. There's birds, there's blue sky up there. Filling all of the space in your neighborhood, your city, the country, the world is filled with that light. And that light moves out past the earth, past our world, and out past the planets. That light continues to expand out and out and out to the very edges of our known universe. Where that fountain of life is forever flowing. And we can dance and sing and celebrate in that life light that we are, that we create, that we participate in. We can bring our awareness now back down to the earth, down to the top of our head, and allow that universal energy, that always expanding, all-knowing, infinite intelligence, continuous life, ancient knowledge pouring in through the top of our head. Allowing it to fill our bodies with that golden, sparkling light, and bringing it into our heart space, we can allow it to intertwine together with that earth energy that we have there, and the white light that we bring in through our third eye. And we know that this is a trinity of energy, a trinity of life, all existing together, wrapping around each other. This is who we are. We are Earth's children. We are the children of the sky. We are beings of light and love. Only good comes to me. Only good goes from me. I give thanks. And allowing yourself to come back into this present moment, you can hear the sound of this bowl, allowing it to lead you back into the here and now. Namaste.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, all you beautiful people. Thank you for being here. Thank you at home for joining us. And thank you to our sound room for making it possible for everybody to see us everywhere. I'm sorry, it's our production room. My name's Linda, and today I'm your song leader, and this is
Kathy Day.
And
Ooh.
we're part of the Joy Notes song leading team, and we're going to do a couple of songs to get us going today. So if you'll stand up if you're able, and let's just have some fun. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. Love, I'm choosing love today. I'm choosing love today. I am walking the road of love right now, singing, I'm choosing love today. Peace, I'm choosing peace today. I'm choosing peace today. I am walking the road of peace right now, singing, I'm choosing peace today. Joy, I'm choosing joy today. I'm choosing joy today. I am walking the road of joy right now, singing, I'm choosing joy today. Go back to heaven now. I'm choosing heaven today. I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. I am walking the road of heaven right now, singing, I'm choosing heaven today. Woo! You guys sound awesome. Thank you. Turn around, greet a neighbor, say hi. It's nice to see you. Good to have you here. Hello, hello. If you'll come back together now, we're ready to start the second song. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering who I am. I am remembering. I am remembering. I am remembering who I am. If you'll please turn off your cell phones or put them on mute or airplane mode. And for those of you at home, as Radiant would say, turn off your blender and your washing machine.
Hi, everybody. I get to stay up here at the podium because I am this morning's presider. This is my first time being presider, and I'm happy to be here. My name is Kathy Day, And I'm a practitioner here at the center and a board member, and I've been in this teaching for a long, well, I guess about 20 years or so, 22 years, 23 years, I lose count. I wanted to invite people who are here for the first time to fill out a blue sheet in the entryway with your contact information or any changes to your contact information so that we can keep in touch with you. We send out a newsletter once a week that lets you know what's going on at the center and lets you know how we're growing and how we're doing and ways that we want your connection and we want your participation. I'm going to share one of our principles. This is from our Declaration of Principles. This is number 5, personal freedom. We believe that the ultimate goal of life is to be a complete emancipation from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. I've been involved in the teachings of this center for, like I said, 23 years or so. And the first thing that drew me was when I walked into the congregation and there was this fearlessness, this just open fearlessness. And immediately I signed up for classes because I wanted to know what this was about, because I did not want to live in fear. And that was my initial driver to take classes here and to learn these principles so I could apply them to my life. But over the course of a couple of decades and stuff, it's expanded to so much more than fearlessness, just the creative opportunities that I've had and the ideas that have been made flesh in my experience of life. It's been really a joy, and that's why I continue to be here and be in these centers for spiritual living. This is my, 4th center for spiritual living that I've been in, and I was really thrilled when there was one up here when I moved up here a few years ago. Let's see, we're going to have an opening treatment by Reverend Linda Finley. She's going to come up here and do that. But before she does that, we're going to sing. Yes, We Are One.
Switch mics with me. We are one. We are one. I am you. You are me. We are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come, for we are one. 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 I am you. You are me. We are one. We are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony. And peace has come. And peace has come, for we are one. I stop and I breathe. And this morning, before I begin the treatment, and included in the treatment, I invoke the name of Tyree Nichols and his family and all the people impacted by his life. Right here, right now, I open my mind and heart to the one life, the one God, the one truth that is. There's only one power in the universe, one presence, one source and supply of all that is. And it operates in and through everything. And it operates in and through me as the I am that everyone is right now. And so I speak this word in the first person, in the I am, so that everyone hearing it may take it as their own. All the power of the universe, all the wisdom of the universe, all the love of the universe is available to me. Because I am one with the universe. I am one with the infinite source and supply of all that is. And I am so incredibly grateful that I picked today to be here at this center. That I picked today to tune in and listen. That I picked today to be part of the experience of Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. I know that there is something in the messages, there's something in the music, there is something in the people around me that I need to hear today, that I need to embrace today, that is a gift to me today. And so I let my mind and my heart be open to all of the good that is expressed through today's gathering. I am grateful for the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to go deeper into my own soul to see what is mine to do. And I know that I am guided in that. With gratitude, I release these words into the law, knowing that a divine idea in the mind of God cannot help but become my experience. And so I know it is already so. And I give thanks as we affirm together. And so it is.
See, right now, I would like to, our practitioner of the day is a distributed option with all the practitioners who are available participating. And holding high watch today from afar is Charmaine Mitchell. And today's message is celebrating life as source. And our speakers today are Radiant Gaines and Betty Cook. And today's special music is provided by Reverend Linda Landry-Starr. And we're going to read the January affirmation. This is our last January Sunday. So I'll read it once, and then you can read it along with me afterwards. The one infinite life that shaped the universe and everything in it is my life. Divine intelligence expresses through me, as me. I am open to the vitality of life. The one infinite life that shaped the universe and everything in it is my life. Divine intelligence expresses through me, as me. I am open to the vitality of life. Thank you. And now we have Reverend Linda Landry-Starr.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Is that through the speaker? Oh, there it is. Good morning. So I'd love that today is Practitioner Sunday. We did say that, right? Did we say that today is Practitioner Sunday? So I was sitting here this morning and I got this inspiration that came from the gremlins and the speakers. And so I'm going to share it with you now. That is an epic day when the practitioners play. We've got something to say about our peaceful way. So settle into your seat, relax into the beat, enjoy the warm heat of the room at your feet. You bought a ticket for this to catch the wave of our bliss. Join us as we own This Is Your Life. Welcome home. Okay. This song came to me in the shadow, and it's called Resting in Your Light. Traveling down this dusty road I call my own, dragging my feet, what's the hurry? I was on a trajectory to shine like the northern lights, and here I find myself in the darkness. Spirit, I can hear you call my name, but my vision is cloudy. I feel blind and I can't see. Somehow I think I have lost my way, and now I'm searching for something. So to the Holy One I pray. I'm resting in your light. I'm ready for you. I'm resting in your light. I'm ready for you. Show me the way. Show me the way. Playing this game of hide and seek, I've been here before, running in circles to catch the next revolving door. It's making me dizzy and queasy, this wave of revolution, but the breath of the Spirit is keeping me alive. I'm resting in your light. I'm ready for you. I'm resting in your light. I'm ready for you. Oh, I'm resting in your light. I'm ready for you. I'm resting in your light. I'm ready for you. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. You're showing me the way. And the cobwebs are ripped away from my eyes. It's the nature of the Spirit. It cannot be denied. I'm resting in your light. I'm ready for you. I'm resting in your light. I'm ready for you. Oh, I'm resting in your light. I'm ready for you. I'm resting in your light. I'm ready for you. Show me the way. Thank you.
Join us in singing the meditation song, and then it'll be followed by a brief meditation and our opening talk. I am opening. I am opening my heart I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening.
I visualize the universe as a playful 3-year-old waiting and begging for just a small chance to play with me one-on-one. Maybe it's a fairy princess or a cosmic superhero with a sticky lollipop and lopsided pigtails. Just waiting for me to take the chance and play. How can I play with a 3-year-old? How can this 3-year-old understand what adulting is like and what human life is like in these experiences and complications? Maybe I can learn something from this 3-year-old. Maybe I can play. And twirl. And taste. And dance in my joy. Every step I take in my dance of joy is my joy magnified. My bliss begun. And I'm so grateful to be in this universe, playing with this cosmic 3-year-old. And to remember to take this all so lightly. And I hope that you remember your 3-year-old this week as you carry on through your week. And remember to play as often as you can. And if you'll say with me, and so it is. So hi y'all. The talk for today was called Root and Reboot, but I have been changing a lot in my life, so I got to keep it real because this is the 4th Sunday in January, and we always talk about, or the 5th Sunday, but well, we didn't talk about it. So it's called how to use it. Now, I don't remember if Reverend Linda talked about how to use it, but it's the cosmic thing that we talk about every January. And to me, it's one of the biggest parts of how our teaching works. So I know there are many people in this room who know how to use it, and some who don't even realize that they are using it. And then there's some people in this room who've talked avidly about using it. One of the greatest difficulties in our New Thought is that we think about how it works for others, but don't practice for ourselves. For me, starting to practice on small little things, I started by practicing on small little things. For me, it was easier to practice on things that I didn't have a lot of attachment to. For example, I always have a muffin for breakfast. Kind of easy to obtain a muffin. I mean, you could just drive down to the grocery store. But what if we just believed that they were there? What if we didn't have to go to the grocery store? What if we could just set the affirmation that they are just there? So last summer, I flew to Texas, didn't have a hotel, and then when the Uber arrived to pick me up take me to the random hotel that I had randomly Googled, I asked the driver to take me, maybe you could take me to a different hotel if this is not the one. I'm open to whatever, but I need a hotel that's going to serve muffins for breakfast. And she said, she didn't know. She lived in Texas her whole life, never went to a hotel. And I said, well, I know I'm having a free muffin for breakfast. When we got to the hotel, by then I'd completely forgotten all about this whole muffin scheme, which also helps the process. The person I was traveling for in the morning, I was still asleep. They came bursting in the room. They have muffins. How did you know? And I was, and not only did they have muffins, they had 6 different kinds of muffins. And they were not the little dinky ones. They were those huge ones. Everything's bigger in Texas except for the trees, which their trees qualify as Oregon bushes. I think this was easy because I wasn't attached to the outcome. I just put it out there, set my intention, and let it go. One of the things that impedes the process of this process is attempting to obsess or strategize exactly how it's going to happen and what time and what are going to be the exact things that are going to happen. Our thought process denies the law to unfold. It's almost like the law says, oh, you got this figured out, do ya? Well, you go do it yourself then. Except for I don't think really the law would be that harsh because I know that the law loves us. It just works through us. We must let go of how it will happen and just focus on it happening, experiencing a level of faith. Sometimes it's fun to think about how cool it will be when something arrives. And I like to play with this idea like my muffins. Our excitement and happiness about having this is the fuel that cooks this idea in the oven. Thinking about how it will feel to have muffins with your best friend. So then I can't do this without reading from the book, and this is probably the most reoccurring read page in the Science of Mind textbook in all of history. And I'm just going to read a few little excerpts. It's on page 52. And I know that there are people out there that have been dying to hear me read this. The law is infinite. It is right where we happen to be at any given time. It occupies all space and fills every form with differentiations of itself. The law also flows through us. Because it flows through everything, and since we exist, it must be in and through us. This is the crux of the whole matter. Infinite and immutable as law is, ever present and available as it must be, the potential possibility of of all human probability, it must flow through us in order to manifest for us. It must and will respond to everyone because it is law, and law is no respecter of persons. We are surrounded by the intelligent force and substance from which all things come, the ultimate essence. In the invisible and subjective world of all visible and objective forms and conditions, it is around us in its original state, ready and willing to take form through the impulse of our creative belief. It works for us by flowing through us. The law we did not create. This law we cannot change, but we can use it correctly only if we understand how to use it by its nature. Hence, it follows that if we believe that it will not work, it really works by not working. When we believe we can, when we believe that it cannot and will not, then according to the principle, it does not. And when it does not, it still does, only it does according to our belief that it will not. This is not our own punishment through the law of cause and effect. We do not enter in because of our doubts and fear. It's not a punishment imposed upon us by the Spirit of God, but an automatic response of failing constructively to use the law of God. With that said, I've personally met lots of people who complain about everything. Hate, fear, anger, rage. It's like our society has grown addicted to complaining about everything. And I don't know about you, but when I'm complaining about something, there is a level of passion in there, a level of deepness, which anytime you have that level of passion and deepness, it just makes whatever you're talking about that much more powerful. Occasionally, one of those complaints will pop out of my mouth, and I can feel myself going, ew, what was that feeling? And I just simply say, oops. What I meant to say is that I'm grateful for, and then I find a positive attribute for what is happening in the situation. Whatever I'm complaining about, I find a positive spin, show gratitude, and just experience the goodness of what is coming through this. There's an old cultural thing about the three monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. In science of mind, evil is when we use negativity to create negativity, or it's when we use the law against itself, or against its nature, if you will. So I like to think in science of mind terms, if we gave the monkeys a good thought, whatever that is, maybe they're craving bananas instead of muffins, it would be speak no evil, and then the monkey doesn't hear them speaking, and the monkeys around that monkey don't hear the monkey speaking the evil, which then consequently means that we will not see any evil. So I think it should be idea, speak no evil, hear no evil, see no evil. We must practice thinking good thoughts, weeding our thoughts that we don't like by saying things like, that's an interesting idea, but I don't affirm that. That is not my personal truth. I also like to pay attention to how I feel about an idea that I have. If there's an exaggerated sense of fear behind the feeling, it can also manifest it. And anything that you manifest intentionally or unintentionally through fear will come through with fear. So if you want a new car and you're afraid that you won't get it, maybe you will get the new car, but then you'll have the ever-growing fear of how am I going to make the payments. So I always like, if you can't manifest it through happiness or joy or peace, maybe you should just wait till tomorrow. Or you could even say, oh my gosh, I just know there will be muffins tomorrow. And I will meet someone who brightens my day. When doubters contradict you, because they will, they'll come and try to tell you you're wrong. You could argue against them. You could debate, well, I know it's going to be so, and it is. Or you could say, you might be right, and walk away but hold the truth for yourself. Because ultimately, the universe doesn't need you to prove to anyone that it's going to work. It doesn't need you to tell it how wonderful it is. It doesn't need you to hug it or pat it on the back. It knows how wonderful it is. So once I practiced with small things, my confidence grew in manifesting bigger things. Always letting go of the now. I'm always letting go of the now, doubt, and fear, and focusing on the good of it. Now, as this also works, anything that I think about that I want, but then maybe I get a different idea, it will also go back to the original form will go back to what it was before, or what into something new. It's ever changing. It's like playing with a ball of Play-Doh. You can build a castle and then all of a sudden smash it, and then you have a ball of Play-Doh. Or you could build anything and then instantly smash it, and the universe isn't there crying because you smashed it. The universe is going, yay, we get to play again. So I'd like to inspire you to think of one thing in your head right now that you'd be willing to manifest this week. And on the count of 3, we're all going to say it out loud. 1, 2, 3. Nurturing. Awesome. Please feel free to tell me next week what you manifested and how this all worked for you. Please take the time to set an intention every day and practice as often as possible. And maybe consider setting an intention for once a month for something bigger, and once a year for something even bigger. Because the more we practice, the better we are. And I just want to thank you for this opportunity to speak here and to share this message. This is what I live for. Thank you, guys.
Changing up the order a little bit this morning while we give our folks a chance to get ready for the next speaker. And I just want to speak a word for Mo and Matt both, because they're just awesome, and I know we see them every week. But what you may not know is that I come strolling in here about 10 minutes before ready to go with one of my originals, and no music chart, no sheet music, no anything. I sit down and this guy picks it up just like that. And I'm just very grateful for that. So this song is called All That I Am. The light, it beckons me from the wilderness of my mind. Come my way, feel your truth, awaken to the brilliance that is you. And it's a knowing feeling from the depths of my soul. Divinity is leading me home. All that I am is the glory of the Holy One. All that I am is the beauty of the universe. All that I am is ever-present love. So I live for this. and I breathe for this soul that I am. And quieting that voice that tells me I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, I don't pray enough. Illumination of the path ahead reveals the freedom and the power to sink into my now. And it's a knowing feeling from the depths of my soul. Divinity is leading me home, and all that I am is the glory of the Holy One. All that I am is beauty of the universe. All that I am is ever-present love. So I live for this, and I breathe for this. All that I am, all that I am, all that I am is the beauty of the universe. All that I am is the glory of the Holy One. All that I am is ever-present love. So I live for this, and I breathe for this. So I live for this, and I breathe for this. All that I am, all that I am, all that I am, all that I am.
Good morning. My name is Betty Cook. I'm one of your prayer practitioners here at Center for Spiritual Living Eugene. And I'm here to speak with you today. Today I'd like to speak with you about the topic of release and surrender. But today I think I'm going to lean a little bit heavier into release. Last week, Reverend Linda spoke about one of the basics, the gratitude, and this week, following that, I'm going to speak about that final part of how we believe we create our good with our spiritual mind treatment, our affirmative prayer, with release. And I've thought a lot about release, and I've taught some about release. So let me talk today a little bit about that. So when I talk about release with children, I usually can't do that, and I never do that without talking about attachment, because I don't think release would be difficult if we weren't attached. And we become attached for lots of important reasons to both our ideas and people. But I think that one of the reasons we become very attached to ideas is because as a species, we attach very strongly to people. In fact, it is the first thing we do when we come into being, is we attach to at least one person or another, but many, many times lots of other people. And that attachment is very strong, and it's very, very important as a species. As a species, we must attach to survive. We must attach in order to feed one another and help one another and work together as a group. And we must have social contact, or in fact, as a being, we are greatly compromised. We die. And that is why it is one of the ways that we torture is through solitary confinement. It's considered both punishment and torture to do that. So we are not meant to be solitary. We are meant to be in a group because of our attachments, because of our need to attach and the hormones and stuff in our brain that not only help us attach, but keep us attached. So people are saying, hey, I know what you mean, Betty. It's important to attach to people, but that doesn't mean we have to attach to our ideas. And I'm saying, yes, that is true. However, what we do emotionally often influences what we do intellectually. Like those thoughts and those feelings really affect one another, which is why we say when you change your thinking, you change your life, because you do change your feelings. So I'm going to argue that, in fact, our feelings of attachment are not just about people. They are very definitely about ideas and particularly outcomes. And so I will give as an example what we do when we have our good in mind, okay? And then we have a prayer, maybe we go to a prayer practitioner, or we just do our own prayer, and then what we do. And we often are very good at what I call stepping on our own hose, or just getting in our own way. And while we would like to be the kind of great spiritual beings that are able to just lean into our faith, not have doubt, and not have any problem with that practice, the truth of the matter is we do have doubt. So when I leave my household and I am in my car, I back out of my garage and I have an electric garage door closer, opener and closer, and I hit that button and I close the garage door. And many days I just hit that button, close the garage door, and I'm down the road and I'm on my way, and I don't think anything more about the door or what's going on behind the door or anything else. However, some days I do. Some days I'll be down the road and I'll be thinking, did I close that door? Did I do that? I think I did that. I'm pretty sure I did that. There are even some days when I come all the way back to the house and sure enough, what I'm looking at is a closed door, but I wasn't sure. Now, what did I do that to myself for? Because I have doubt. Because I'll know I was backing out, I was in my head, I was thinking about other things, often what I'm going to go do. And it wasn't automatic, it was body memory, but I didn't remember doing it. So if we could just remember to stay detached, it wouldn't be that bad. But the thing is, the more we want that thing, whatever our good is, whatever our highest and best great life is, the more invested we are into how exactly that goes, the more attached we are, right? Because that's how we work. That's who we are as people. The more we like the idea, the more attached we are to it. And if we have any ideas, if I had any illusions about myself in this area, they would be immediately gone as soon as Rob and I decide that we're going to do something, and we both have very different ideas about how to do it. And we have come to great, big discussions, loud discussions about how it's supposed to go. The more he wants it a certain way, the more I want it a certain, here we are, right? Well, we're kind of doing that with spirit when we say, I've got this idea, and then, but you need to do it just the way I want it to go. It reminds me very much of a book that was written in the 70s that sat on my minister father's shelf, right? And it was called I'm Okay, You're Okay. And it was all about, how to accept, compromise and accept others. And and communication, that communication. Well, that's what we think we're doing. That's who we think we are. As spiritual beings, we think we are the I'm okay, you're okay person. And as long as it goes the way we'd like it to go, we are the I'm okay, you're okay person. As long as that vision is kind of pretty much what we thought we wanted or what we had in mind, we're great. It's when it's not. It's when you and I are co-creating something and we're okay as long as your ideas are like mine. But when your ideas are not like mine, or it doesn't agree exactly with what I think, or very different than mine, then all of a sudden we're like that companion volume that was written after that book, which was, I'm okay, you're not so hot. Or we think that we didn't keep the right idea in mind. We didn't do it right. We just didn't manifest it right. So whether we're second guessing, spirit, or we think we just didn't manifest it good, we just didn't do it right. The thing is, attachment is part of who we are, and doubt is part of who we are. So that is why there is this group of people that are really wonderful at helping you manifest what it is you had in mind. And they are called your practitioners, because we don't have any attachment to how it comes out. You want your good, we want your good, we just know it for you, and we close that garage door and we go on down the road. We're not even going to worry about that garage door anymore. Well, you're going to worry about whether you did it or not, if the cats are okay, if you left anything on, all that stuff. You know what? We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. So that is the best reason to work with a practitioner or a prayer partner, either one. Anyone who can know it for you. Because you're going to maybe, while your faith is great and wide and true, on this particular issue, it may not be as great and wide and true as you hoped. Because you are human, and because we don't always have the faith we would like to have on a subject, because we are human. We have attachment, and that means we have investment, and then we have doubt if it doesn't go, or we want to control it, or we want it to go a certain way. And then, add to that our stories about how we think it should go and why, and there you go. You've got a pretty good manifestation that can take over the one that you just put out there. You've got another idea or a picture of the good. So, what am I saying? I am saying we have a mudra. We have a mudra in that I've used to teach for a long time. God is all. I am one with God. I use this with the kids. I know. I give thanks, and I release. So what does that mean? Just what I said. When you release, it's joyful, it's knowing, you put it out there and you let it go. So I'm saying to you, let it go. Don't worry about whether you closed the garage door. You did. Don't worry about whether spirit and the universal law of mind got it. It did. It did. Now you just need to relax, surrender, release, truly release it, and let it go. Because your good is coming. It may not always look the way you thought it would, but sometimes, always, the highest and best is being served. I thank you for your time and attention. It's been wonderful being with you this morning, and namaste.
I have to think about the modern thing. If someone, if you can't bring someone to you, we can go to them. And so, it's just back and forth. I just love that. Everything she said was so fun and so true. So I'm here to talk to you about being a good giver. And as I sat over there, I knew what I was going to say, and at the same time, I added more to it. Of course. So we all eat out. That's the whole thing. And when we get to the end of the meal, what we do is we receive the bill, and then there's we figure out the tip. Okay, and people do decide how to tip based on the fact of a percentage of the bill or the fact of the service. What kind of service did you get? Was the wait person friendly to you? Did they smile? Did they refill your drinks? Did they bring you a drink refilled without you even asking? Did they ask if you wanted more coffee? And so that's what I call the thank you. When I say service, I say we tip for the service. We're actually saying thank you for the service, or we will do it by percentage. Doesn't matter. Whatever works for you. But as I look at my life, I realize that my tithe is not a tip to God. I know that as I look at my life, that my tithe is simply a symbol of a grateful heart, of a thank you for all that I've received. I know I cannot outgive God, but you know what? I'll be darned if I'm not going to accept the challenge, that I'm not going to give it a try. And so I invite you to join me on this challenge, to see how it feels and to watch everything flow to you in the most magnificent of ways. As you hold your gift in your hand, as you know, and put it to your heart, as you know how grateful you are for all. You know that you are giving in gratitude, just a wonderful, wonderful opportunity to give, knowing that I cannot outgive, but I'll be darned if I'm not going to try. So here and now, thank you, thank you, thank you. In gratitude for all that I have received, all that I get currently, all that is still in the future to be revealed. I am grateful. And I show this by my demonstration of sharing. And so it is. So it is.
Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything.
I don't know what has happened up here, but there's like feathers and stuff all around. Some magic has happened. I'm Reverend Donna Starr. Wonderful to be here and see everyone today. I'm going to do the announcements, and I'm going to have to read them from the prompter because I don't have them with me printed out. So just bear with the back of my head. Men's coffee. Men's Coffee is happening every Tuesday at 10:30. See Bruce, go to the website. There's also on Facebook information about where and when that happens. We have our Wednesday night service. Reverend Linda Landry Starr and I are presenting Wednesday night service at 6:30 each week. This month is going to be a lot of fun because we're going to be talking about curiosity. And you're going to want to know what that's about. I mean, you're already curious, right? You're already wondering. We like to have a lot of fun, and it's a more casual experience than a formal Sunday service. It's much more community-oriented. We are having our warm coat drive. How many coats have we already? Many, many. And to very grateful people, because you know what? It was 19 degrees last night. It's cold out there. So, yeah, we really appreciate all of the warm clothing. Bring them here anytime. Drop them off. This is a discussion group that's going to be happening soon. I think that they're going to be talking about setting intentions for your new year and how to make that happen. The women's lunch gathering, you can talk with Kathy Day about that. This is something new to me and I'm pretty excited about it. So see Kathy Day in the social hall afterwards today. There will be more information forthcoming on the website and Facebook. The men's breakfast happens. It's an informal early bird gathering. Again, see our Facebook and website for that information. Sundays at 9 a.m. And okay, the first Sunday of the month. More information coming in as we speak. Starting February 27th, I'm going to invite Reverend Linda to come up and talk about her class. We're going to be teaching Foundations of the Science of Mind. Mondays, February 27th from 6 to 8:30.
All righty then. I'll try to be conscious of folks' time. If you want to learn tips like turn your hat around when you go speak from the platform so that people can see your eyes, that's just one of many. But for real, Radiant gave a great chat today, as did a message along with Betty Cook remotely, and they both talked about these, just let it go. Take care of yourself. If you don't believe it, it won't happen for you. And those are really great things that we teach here in the Science of Mind. But the Foundations class that I'll be teaching is a 10-week deep dive into practical application. So the how. How do I let it go? How do I entertain this idea of forgiveness, whether it be towards others or myself? How do I express gratitude in the midst of I can't find anything to be grateful for? And so this life is transforming. It's 10 weeks. Transformation is instant. So if you can imagine experiencing instant transformation many times over a 10-week period, then this class is for you. We are offering it at I will say significantly reduced tuition. We are teaching it at cost. We are going to be teaching it online as well, so it will be a hybrid effort. And the more people that sign up sooner than later, the more we will be able to accommodate everyone. So it does begin on Monday, February 27th. It is an 11-week time period because we will skip one Monday during that 11 weeks for a total of 10. It will be 6 p.m. to 8:30. And if you have questions, I'm available after service, and there will also be more information coming online. Thank you so much.
So thank you, Reverend Linda. We have lots and lots of opportunities for service, for Sunday services, for Wednesday night services, set up, tear down, be a part of, bring some music. We'd like to start a drumming circle on Wednesday nights. We have a bookstore manager who's anxious and willing to have lots of volunteers, see Brick, and of course, Sundays in the social hall, have some kitchen angels to help with coffee and stuff so that we can all have a little after-service party. So we're welcoming everybody, all of the newcomers here for the first time. Welcome, thank you, and we will see you all soon.
So it's the fifth Sunday and the practitioner Sundays, which means we get to play. So what I'm going to do, Matt, if you could just join me in a gentle noodling, we're going to go into a healing circle. But we know there's nothing to be healed because the healing's already begun. So I just want to invite anyone at home, anyone who hears my voice, if there's something that's really bothering you that you need prayer for, if there's something that's not bothering you that you need prayer for, If there's something really good in your life that you want to continue, I inspire you to raise your hand. Awesome. If we could all, if everybody would just give me one word for what you're starting on this end of the room, if you could give me one word what you need prayer for. Health. Forgiveness. I didn't hear that one. Okay. Next. Who? Energy. Okay. Courage. Creativity. Aunt Robbie. Okay. Family members, loved ones. Anyone else? Health. Okay. And now, so is there anyone in this room who would be willing to know these things for our fellow congregants? Which is like almost everyone, or at least 3/4. And I know that there are people at home that will know this for you, that are listening later. All right, so we're going to do things a little different this time. I'm going to have the practitioners stand up. And we are going to do what is called a chamber prayer. And you're saying to yourself, what is a chamber prayer? It is when all of the practitioners pray at once. And if you will join them too with your own personal prayers. And we will fill this room so full of prayer that we will raise the roof another notch. For I know that there is only one power, one complete presence in every moment that is happening now through me, as me, because God is all there is. I know and affirm for anyone who can hear my voice, for myself too, that health and forgiveness and our loved ones, all the highest and best is always unfolding, and that any healing that we need has already occurred, and all of the love that we want to feel is felt and given and received. And I'm so grateful to be a part of this healing moment with everyone, and to know that our power rocks this world. And I release this into the consciousness and set it free by saying, and so it is. And now if you will rise, we'll sing the peace song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. I practice every day and know there is a good in this world for me. And so it is.